Good evening, Saints. I'm your host, Bertha. Welcome to our show, My Gospel Journey. Today we have the privilege and honor on exploring the life of Elder Limpho. So today let's hear the stories and the life lessons on life as a gift. Welcome, Elder Limpho.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Can you please introduce us on who you are to our viewers?
Okay, my name is Limpho. It means gifts in Sotho. I am a child of God. I am a mother of 4. I am a sister. I am a friend. And yeah, that's pretty much who I am. And as you have mentioned, I'm an elder and a treasurer at Full Gospel Church.
So what is your understanding on life as a gift?
I would say, as the Bible says in the book of Galatians 5 to be specific, it speaks about the fruits of the Spirit. And that these fruits that we ought to display as the children of God needs to be every day. And that's my understanding of the fact that that is a gift given to me. The grace to be able to display those gifts is a gift on its own. And also, to be a child of God in itself is a privilege that I didn't choose God, but God chose me, and he continued to choose me every day. So it's such a gift that I don't necessarily take it for granted. I am very aware daily of the fact that for me to still be here, it's a gift. There is nothing that I have done special. There is nothing that I have said that qualifies me to still be alive. It's merely that, a gift.
So how does the concept of life as a gift influence your decisions and actions?
Okay. I think it's very important for us as people to realize that the way we live our lives every day, the kind of legacy that we will one day leave, or the legacy that we live every day, because we interact with people on a daily basis, and those are small legacies that we live every day. That because life is a gift, I live my life to be able to be a gift to other people. And I guess I'm trying to live up to my name to some extent, Yeah. So I really go all out to be a gift somehow, in very small ways, sometimes, and big ways if I have the opportunity to. Even the way I celebrate my birthdays, I think maybe in the past 6 years, I am very, very aware of the fact that it's really a gift, to celebrate one more year with still healthy, still with all my senses still intact, with the friends that I have, with my family, with everyone around me, and all the things that I'm able to enjoy. I'm really, really, really present. I try to be present in moments, because I realize that life is a gift that I cannot take for granted.
That's amazing. So how do you think, as society as a whole, could benefit from viewing life as a gift?
I think our daily decisions, when we make decisions, we ought to be aware of the gift that we have, the gift of life that we have, that tomorrow is not guaranteed. Yet we ought to live, not, when I say live for now, not in a careless type of way, but if you have an opportunity to give to somebody, if you have an opportunity to serve, if you have an opportunity to pray to somebody, don't leave it for tomorrow. Because the gift of life that you have is the one that you have now. We don't know if you will still be here next week. I don't know if I'll still be here next week. I don't know if I'll still be here when you air this. It's really, we all don't know. However, the gift that I have is this moment with you. It's a gift to me. So how I utilize that and how I impact your life and all of that I should be mindful of it, and I should be intentional. I think it also comes with age. I wasn't the most intentional person back in the days, but I really try to be intentional with the things that I do, with the projects that I get involved in, with places that I go to, with people that I interact with events that I go to. I try to be intentional because I am very aware of the fact that the gift of life that I have is on that day, on that particular day. I don't know if tomorrow it will still be there.
Yes, so like I wanna also ask, like as you said, you're a mother, you're a sister, and everything. Like, how does that impact, or like your gift yourself? How do you impact other people's lives as like you separated as a mother, as a wife, as a sister, as a friend? How do you impact other people in different relationships as your gift?
I try to be present. I try to be there, whether it's time with my kids, the way I parent, the way I impact them. I try to be present. And the one thing that I try to do with all the different roles that I play, whether I'm a friend, like you mentioned, or whether it's my role here at church, anyway, I really try to have fun. I do believe that regardless of how serious something is, you can still have fun. You can still parent, and parenting has its ups and downs, and there are times where the downs are more than the ups. But even in the midst of all of that, you can have fun. So how, to answer your question, how do I try to impact people in these different spheres, is I try to leave something with someone, whether it's a smile or whether it's a thought, but I try to really leave somebody with something. But because, like I said, I don't know how much I have in this world. Yeah.
That's nice. That's really good. So, if you could switch lives with your Christian role model or a mentor for a day, what or who would that be, and what would you do as that person in their position?
You mean a person in power, somebody in power, or somebody in Bible?
Like as a Christian, like, oh, I admire, like in your position, like if you were to switch lives with that person, who would that be, and what would you do as that person, like to impact them as life as a gift?
I would say a lady called Lisa Harper. I think a lot of people know her. She's what I call her, an evangelist. She's an American lady. I just love how she unpacks the Bible. She unpacks the Bible and faith, particularly, in the most simple. She's very simple. She's very real about the challenges of being female, of being a mother, and how she does this Christian thing on a daily basis in life. Yes, so I absolutely admire her.
Wow, that's really nice. So, for my question for this, since it's Youth Month, what advice would you give us as youth to appreciate more like life as a gift, as to like nowadays you see most of us youth are suffering from depression or suicide? How would you, as a woman of experience or as a mother, like what advice would you give us to us youth to appreciate life more as a gift?
I think before I even give you my own personal advice, I would like to quote a particular scripture that says, let me see if I can find this. Yeah, it's found from the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 11, verse 9, that says, "Rejoice, O young men, in your youth, and let your heart cheer you in the days of your youth. Walk in the ways of your heart and the sight of your eyes, but know that for all these things God will bring you into judgment." The reason why I want to quote this scripture before I can say what I would tell the youth is that even the Bible encourages the young people to be joyful. It's that as a young person, it's your right, it's your God-given right to enjoy life, to have fun. But when you are having that fun that you are allowed to have, you ought to remember that some of the decisions can be permanent that you make. There are certain decisions that will follow you for a very long time. And so it's important to ask yourself when you do certain things or when you get into certain groups, whether this thing that you're about to do or this thing that you're about to be part of, would you still be proud of yourself in 10 years, in 20 years? Would you look back and say, I'm proud I did that? Or would you look back and say, I'm not proud, however, I learned some 1, 2, 3, it was just silly of me. So it's important to have fun because you ought to have fun, you know. You can still have fun as an adult, as a dad, as a mom, but it's a different type of fun when you now have little ones, you have a spouse and all of that. So you really need to have fun. Have fun, do all the things that you would love to do. However, seek the counsel of God and ask yourself, will I be proud of what I'm doing 10 years down the line, 20 years down the line? So that would be my advice to them.
That's nice. For the, like as you said, like to enjoy life, but like let's say for us as youth, like in a situation, we could be having our own personal situations. How do we now try to break from our struggles and also try to, like, I can say, like, let's say if I'm in a dark place, how do I now also have the strength to, like, do I trust God on this journey after what He has put me through? Do I also now take that as like me appreciating my life? If I'm saying I'm suffering too much, is my life worth it anymore?
You know what, Bertha? The one thing that you need to remember as a young person is that what you're going through is not entirely unique. All of us have been young before. All of us have gone through these things before. They might look different now because obviously it's a different generation. Times are different. There's a lot of things that are different, but the fundamentals are still the same. By the fundamentals, I'm talking about identity issues, because most of these things, they all boils down to you trying to find who you are, trying to really find your identity. So all of us have gone through them. So my advice would be find somebody that you can talk to. Sometimes it doesn't have to be a relative even. It doesn't have to be one of your older siblings. It doesn't have to be your aunt. Sometimes it can be people outside of your family. But find somebody that you can talk to, because most of the time that's half of the job done. Because first you have identified that this is not really unique. I'm not the first person, I'm not weird for going through this or for thinking this way. People have gone through this before. And if the person you're talking to hasn't gone through the exact same thing, whether it's suicidal thoughts, whether it's, there's a lot these days, there's pornography, if the person that you're talking to has never gone through those things specifically, but they will know someone, Because the one thing that the devil does is to try and isolate you. Because once you're isolated, then all you can hear is the voices of the devil telling you that what you're going through is no one has ever done something like this. You are so bad. You are terrible. You are beyond repair, and all of those things. And that is not true. That is not true at all. So speak to a trusted adult. You will find that all of these things have been there before, and somebody can walk through that with you. There is more than enough grace.
Yeah, I think that will be all. Thank you so much again for our invitation and for this interview. Thank you again to our viewers to joining us this evening. Thank you.
Thank you.